There was this girl named Emily, and Emily said when she was younger, she lived in Michigan on this farm. And she said it was right next to the Manistee National Forest. And she remembers one specific time when her father was outside late working on the farm. She was inside with her mother. And she said all of a sudden her father come running in the house, and he was panicked and he was scared. And she said he went right into the bedroom, he grabbed his firearm, and he told everyone, get in the hallway and crouch down. Now they're scared because they don't know what's going on. And Emily and her mother and stuff were asking her father, like, hey, what's going on? What's wrong? And she said her father just kept saying, be quiet, don't talk, be quiet, just duck down, don't talk. And she said that's when they heard what sounded like footsteps up on the roof of the house. And she said it was just these loud crashing footsteps, like something large was walking on top of the house. And she said her dad, just clutched the firearm and was shaking this whole time. She said for the next 10 or 15 minutes, they could hear stuff walking around on the roof. And they would hear these loud howls coming from outside. And she said just as it started, boom, it was quiet, and whatever it was gone. And she said her father, that whole night was just on edge and was terrified of something. She tried to ask her father, what was that? What happened? And she said her father wouldn't speak about it and said, don't worry about it. It's nothing. The next couple of months, she said the people around town, they were all talking about this large, hairy man. And she said around the farm, there were these strange footprints, very large footprints. And she said on a regular basis, livestock was coming up missing. And she had lost several goats and chickens. And she really had no idea at the time what was going on. Well, she said after a while, everyone kind of stopped talking about it and she forgot. Well, she said her father one night told her and her sister, I need you to go out to the barn and check on the animals. So her and her sister went outside of the house. They walk over to the barn and they open the door. They go inside, and it's pitch black. And she starts reaching around for this pull string light. All of a sudden, as she's reaching for the light, she grabs something. And she said it was just this thick, matted fur. And at the time, she thought maybe this was a farm animal. And she said, what could be this big? And she said it was just very muscular. And that's when she looked up and she said she's seen two red eyes staring down at her. And so she screams, her and her sister run out of the barn, they go inside, and she tells her father runs out with a firearm, searches the barn, doesn't find anything. She said the next day, they went outside, the barn door was ripped off, and not only that, 3 of the goats in that barn were missing.